This evening, the Big Balloon Classic continues in Greenwood, and there's more than just balloons. There's food, music, and of course the carnival. There's also a tiny airplane with a big history. Buckle up and ride along with News Center 15's Ken Ulmer.
Classic Report is brought to you by Goldberg's Shoes and Sportswear and Howard Height TV and Appliance.
If you have any doubt that this is a high step, ask Captain Joe Kittinger of the Aerospace Medical Field Laboratory. He's getting ready for his historic 76,000-foot plunge to Earth from the gondola Excelsior.
Captain Joe Kittinger was an astronaut ahead of his time. In 1960, scientists hooked him up to a hot air balloon and pulled him 13 miles above the Earth. Now, it's hard to tell what you'll need to pack for a trip like that.
To protect against the upper altitude cold, he wears 2 suits of special underwear, partial pressure suit, heavy quilted long underwear, flying suit, heavy socks, nylon gloves, high altitude pressure gloves, and heavy boots, plus his oxygen system helmet.
The scientists weren't as interested in his trip up as they were in his return to the ground.
And now, the moment of truth.
Once he was high in the sky, he jumped out of the balloon. Scientists wanted to know what effects falling through the atmosphere had on the human body, in case the serviceman had to escape from a high-flying plane. 36 years later, the now Colonel Joe Kittinger is still seeking high-flying thrills. He tours the country barnstorming in his 1929 biplane. Now, since the Colonel's roots are in ballooning, it makes perfect sense for him to stop in Greenwood for the International Balloon Classic.
This airplane was built in 1929. It was built for barnstorming. It was built for going to places like Greenwood, Mississippi, and taking people up for rides in an open cockpit airplane.
The retired colonel is set up at the Greenwood-LaFleur Airport through the end of the Balloon Classic, offering folks an overhead view for $25 a person through Sunday at sundown. Not knowing how the boss would feel about me boarding with our camera, I took a camcorder with me so I could share the experience with you. You feel your stomach drop a bit, but it's worth it for the view. Beautiful fields and the tiny rolling hills. Plus the thrills when the plane twists and turns. Our flight lasted an eventful 12 minutes. Well, the Colonel was right. There is indeed a smile on my face, although there are some bug stains on my teeth. But I am ready to go again. Somewhere over the Delta with photographer Matt Meadows hanging on tight. Ken Ulmer, News Center 15.
I bet they would be hanging on tight. One final note from Stephen.
Yes, again, the Blues been trying to soar as well. They've been struggling, losing 3 straight games at home, and a lot of the players right now, they're hoping they can get things